My name is Leandro. I'm the co-founder of Yaos, and now I'm going to present to you the future of in-flight logistics. This is Andy. Andy just started his new job as in-flight catering manager for Lime Air, an average-sized commercial passenger airline. Andy will be in charge of all the food and material that is uplifted onto an aircraft to fulfill passenger service on board. Right on his first day, Andy learns that for a single flight, up to 40,000 items have to be stored in the most efficient way for the crew. Up to 6 tons of material and food need to be available at the destination airport to be uplifted again for the same flight. And this not only has to be done for one flight, but for 300 flights per day. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Maintenance issues, delays, new supplier contracts, new strategic goals, new technologies, or even environmental disasters like worldwide diseases impact the in-flight catering management every day. So how on earth should Andy handle all this complexity, with this dynamic complexity? Luckily for Andy, the industry has already a solution for him. It's called standard loads. It means that rather than planning just for every flight individually, a group of flights will be combined together and managed in the same standard. So a simple example would be every flight to North America receives the same load plan. This technique is used by almost every airline in the industry to reduce the complexity of in-flight services. The flip side of the coin, needless material, needless food, and weight is carried from one place of the Earth to another. On average, every flight is 5% overloaded with catering. For the average airline Lime Air, this means 30 tons of food waste, 1.5 million costs of US dollar, and 16,000 tons of CO2 is wasted every year. For comparison, that's more than 1,000 US citizens produce every year. Projected to the whole industry, I think it's, it lags a little bit. Okay, projected to the whole industry, it means 24,000 tons of food waste, 13 million tons of CO2, and 1.2 billion US dollar wasted every single year. This is the reason why we created LimeFlight. We want to provide a solution that not only masters this complexity of in-flight services, but also adds additional information like passenger data or historical data to shift the industry away from standard loads onto individual loads. Individual loads that ensure that not one superfluous gram is carried in the air. How we are going to achieve this? 3 words: integration, aggregation, automation. Integration is what we already provide today. It's a software that covers the entire in-flight catering management to manage the operation. In the next step, aggregation, we want to analyze the resulting data of this first step to gather knowledge and build the foundation for the third step, automation. By using the help of artificial intelligence, LimeFlight is able to automatically generate for each and every flight an individual load plan. So in this way, Andy exceeds all his expectations in his new job with the help of LimeFlight, the future of in-flight logistics. Thank you.
Thank you, Leandro. Any questions? All right, one more.
Quick question. You touch on revenue models. So you said there's about 1.2 billion of waste globally. How much of that are you able to capture in revenue, or how do you charge?
Well, our pricing model is based on the size of the airline. So we provide a dynamic pricing model. Larger airlines pay more than smaller airlines. We also argue, or we talk about depending on what they gain out of LimeFlight, they will pay more or less, but it's basically a yearly SaaS fee that the airline pays every year. And I can tell you, we have now currently 4 different customers with Limeflight, and our revenue this year will be around 1 million Swiss francs, which is around the same as in US dollar. It's 1 to 1 nearly.
Are the airlines your customers or the catering companies?
It's the airlines. It's definitely the airlines. The airlines benefit from Limeflight. Of course, also catering, but all this waste is produced by the airlines.
Okay, thank you very much.